श्रीमान् वेङ्कटनाथार्यः कवितार्किककेसरी वेदान्ताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्ताम् सदा हृदि। रामानुजदया पात्रम् ज्ञानवैराग्यभूषणम् श्रीमद्वेङ्कटनाथार्यम् वन्दे वेदान्तदेशिकम्। ஷீரொன்று தூப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்றச் சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஊரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேரப் போமளவும் வாழ்வு.
ஸ்ரீமான் வெங்கடநாதார்யः கவிதார்க்கிககேசரி வேதாந்தாச்சார்யவர்யோ மே சந்நிதத்தாம் சதா ஹ்ருதி. ராமானுஜதயா பாத்திரம் ஞான வைராக்யபூஷணம் ஸ்ரீமத்வேங்கடநாதார்யம் வந்தே வேதாந்த தேசிகம். ஷீரொன்று தூப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்றச் சொன்ன பழமொழிகள் ஓரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேரப் கோமளம் வாழ்வு. வாதித்விபசிரோபங்க பஞ்சானன பராக்கிரமः ஸ்ரீமான் வெங்கடநாதார்யஸ்சிரம் விஜயதாம் புவி. So this is what the bird was doing. In the last session we understood that it did not give old stuff. The bird did not offer to the hunter the old stuff. Already collected food which is in the nest. திரவியாந்தரங்களிலே சிலவற்றை இட்டு உபசரித்தது மட்டும். And whatever favorite dish was for the hunter, it gave. So he wanted only, he was a non-vegetarian, and therefore the bird's flesh is his favorite food, and therefore the bird gave it. Here, that is the way in which one must extend hospitality to a guest. So விவேகமில்லாதார் தானாக அபிமானித்திருக்க we will go to the page 100. கடவதாய். Now the bird, as a bird, being called Tiryak in Sanskrit, should be of less knowledge and cannot distinguish between the good and the bad, rather what the hunter needs and what the hunter does not like, and so on. And even when such a bird without the discrimination power or thinking capacity, what should be the people of discrimination do? விவேகிகளும் ஆத்தியமான தர்ம சாதனம் என்று பேணக்கடவதான சரீரத்தில் மாம்சங்களாலே என்றோ அவனை உபசார பூர்வகமாக நல்விருந்தூட்ட பிரவர்த்தித்தது. So Kalidasa's statement is very famous from Kumara Sambhavam 5th canto. There he says, Shariram Adyam Kalu Dharma Sadhanam. So Shariram Adyam Kalu Dharma Sadhanam. The same words are used here in the text. Adyamana Dharma Sadhanam. So what is the Dharma Sadhanam? What is the instrument to do good deeds or do the duty, charity and so on? How to be broad-minded? We have to nourish the body. The human body must be nourished here. So Dharma Sadhanam Shariram. But it is the foremost duty of a person to nourish the body. Otherwise, if the body is not healthy, the activities will be bad. And therefore, Adyam Shariram Adyam Kalu Dharma Sadhanam. This is a statement given by Lord Shiva in the form of a Vatu, a young boy, to the goddess, namely Parvati. and Parvati was performing penance, and she was torturing her own physical structure because she made Panchagni tapas in summer. The sun god scorching from the top, from the head side, and then around the four directions, the four fires were lit, and Parvati meditated on Shiva. And then again in the winter season, she stood in the neck deep water, ice water, the cold water, and then did penance. And therefore, she made the body suffer so that the seriousness of penance will be understood by Lord Shiva. And therefore, the Lord Shiva comes in the form of a young boy and then says to Parvati that Sariram Adhyam Kalu Dharma Sadhana. If you want to do good acts further, you must protect your body, keep your body healthy, safe, and so on. Now, in order to nourish the body, the hunter uses non-vegetarian food. But whereas we, according to our tradition, the idli, the tiffin called idli, it's a rather world-accepted hygienic food, and that contains both rice and tur dal. Tur dal, urad dal. Masha, we call it. So ulundu we say in Tamil. So that ulundu, that the ulundam paruppu, the dal, meaning urad dal, is supposed to be giving a lot of strength like non-vegetarian food. So it contains the cholesterol, as we say, protein, cholesterol, fat, and so on. The fat is more important in urad dal. So that is why we are used to frequently take idlis or dosas. Here, so Mamsangalale Andro Avani Upachara Purvakamaha. So the bird extended very beautiful hospitality by giving flesh. Nal Virandutta Pravartita. It gave him good feast. Pravartita, it started giving good feast. Mamsaihi. Eka Deshangalai Pirittu Ittadan. We will see the notes on later. So Kadagapachi Tirka Vandamendra, Vedanuku, தனக்குள்ள அவயங்கள் ஒன்றும் சேஷியாதபடி சரபங்க ஆதி தாபசரை போலே இது ஒரு மகா தபஸாக நினைத்து நெருப்பிலே காணும் விழுந்தது. So the bird did not offer to the hunter some parts of the body, and though as we understand, there are different parts of the body like bones. Many people in the non-vegetarian food prefer many parts of the hen or cock or goat or sheep or beef. They ask for special parts so that the cholesterol will be more there. This bird did not differentiate between the limbs of the parts of its body. So it did not offer only a few parts. So Ekadeshangalai Pirittittadandru. And since the hunter's hunger must be appeased, he was so hungry, he was extremely hungry. Kadugappachi Tirka Vendumendu. He was restless because of his hunger. So Vedanukku thanakkulla avayavangal ondrum sheshiyadabadi. So the bird did not leave any part of the body uncooked, or rather put into fire. Sharabhanga Adi Tapasaripur. Sharabhanga is the name of a sage who did penance. And he did great penance. And I think he has sacrificed all his parts of the body. And I think we must know the history background, history of the Rishi Sharabhanga. So Mahatapassaha Ninitte, extending hospitality was considered a great penance by the bird, and the bird fell down into the fire. இப்படி இச்லோகத்தில் சொன்ன அர்த்தம் தன்னை தம்முடைய அனுஷ்டானத்திற்கு ஹேதுவாக அனுவதித்துக் கொண்டு, இப்படியானால் நமக்கு சரணாகத ரக்ஷணம் கைமுதிக்க நியாய சித்தம் என்றோ என்று அருளிச் செய்கிறார். Rama advocates such kind of help to be extended to Vibhishana, because having understood the story of the bird which offered the hospitality to the hunter, keeping it as the base or reason or the what we call cause for understanding the concept of Abhaya Pradana completely. So he translated the bird's action into practice. So that is the beauty here in Rama. So Ipriyanal Namakku Sharanagata Rakshanam. Even when the bird which feeds the staunch enemy, namely the hunter, then Namakku Sharanagata Rakshanam. So in the case of human beings, as Rama, I would always follow the bird's method. So Kaimutika Nyayam. Kaimutika Nyaya Siddham Enro is this logic is obvious when you need not teach somebody by after reading the story to them. So when somebody listens to the story of the bird, he automatically understands the principle without any difficulty. It's very clear, transparent. The story of the bird is transparent. We need not find out inner meaning of this story. So it is evident. Already it is evident. That's what we call Kaimutika Nyayam, the logic. Endru arulit seiyiraar. Therefore,
கௌமுதிக நியாயம்
we will find out in the notes. Yeah. The word Kaimutika Nyayam comes from Kim Uta. Kim Uta. So it means தமிழ்ல சொன்னா நல்லா இருக்கும். ஸோ பறவை செய்தது, பறவை சரணாகத ரட்சணம் செய்தது. அப்படி இருந்தால் நமக்கு என்ன கேடு அப்படி சொல்றோம் இல்லையா? பறவையே செய்யும் பொழுது மனிதனுக்கு என்ன கேடு, அப்படி கொஞ்சம் திட்டுற மாதிரி வெய்யற மாதிரி. ஸோ மனிதன் செஞ்சால் என்ன? பறவையே செய்யும் பொழுது கிம் உத்த என்றால் what if then? Kim is what? Uta meaning actually or. So how do you get exception? So பறவை செய்யும் பொழுது மனிதனுக்கு என்ன கேடுன்னு தமிழ்ல சொல்றோம் இல்லையா? அதுதான் அது மாதிரி. அதுவே தான் கைமுத்திக நியாயம். அதாவது look at the notes now. சக்தியற்ற ஒருவன் காரியத்தை செய்தானேயானால் சக்தி உள்ளவன் அதே காரியத்தை செய்வான் என்பதை கூறவும் வேண்டுமோ என்கிற நியாயம். So the bird which has no other capacity except to offer its flesh, and it did the maximum help to the hunter. So why not the human being? Why not the human being? That's the meaning of Kaimutika Nyaya. If a capable person helps the surrenderer, incapable person helps the surrenderer, why not capable person? What happens to him? Should we not do that? Should we not follow the bird? The bird which has not much capacity to help the hunter, when even the bird does, then why not the human being with all his capacity? So Rama, of course, is full of what we call supreme power. And the monkeys do not understand. Sugriva, including Sugriva, the leader. But here, Rama being a god, he can protect Vibhishana. But whereas, what about others? So how can another person go against Ravana and antagonize Ravana and help his brother, younger brother, Vibhishana? Very difficult. But here, this is only an example for the human beings where when they are capable of helping, they must help. So that means we must not be silent on helping others. When others come and surrender to us, rather seek our help. So let us not reject them. That's the meaning. And when we are capable of. So when somebody asks help from us, we used to say very carefully, if I can, I will help you. So this is what we call first, not excuse. We are careful in accepting to help. And if we can later reject it. That's the meaning. Yeah, Kavit, right. So again, it is not given in the notes. Sarabhanga Adi Tapasa, Sarabhanga Mulana Tavashe Tavam Shayim Yogigalai Pole. So this is Kaimutika Nyaya. Kaimutika Nyaya is if powerful person, a non-powerful person, a non-powerful person helps the surrenderer, why not a powerful person help?
அதாவது இப்படி சொல்லுவாங்க, ஒரு 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 குழந்தை செய்ய முடியும்னா நீ ஏன்டா செய்யக்கூடாதுன்னு கேட்கிற மாதிரி வச்சுக்கலாமா?
ரைட். அது மட்டும் இல்ல, இது கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சம் திட்டுற மாதிரியும் கொஞ்சம் சொல்லலாம். நான் என்ன கேடுன்னு சொல்ற மாதிரி, உனக்கு என்ன வந்தது, ஹெல்ப் பண்ணாம ஏன் பண்ண அப்படின்னு, உதவி செய்யாமல் ஏன் இருந்தாய் அப்படின்னு கேட்கிற அளவுக்கு நீங்க சொல்ற மாதிரி குழந்தை செய்யும் பொழுது ஏன் செய்ய முடியாது அப்படின்னு. இன்னொன்னு, இந்த இட் இஸ் எ ஷேம் ஆன் யுவர் பார்ட் நாட் டு ஹேவ் ஹெல்ப் அப்படி அர்த்தம்.
இது அழகா இருக்கு.
When an incapable person is doing help to the surrenderer, it is a shame on the part of a capable person not to help. அது ஒரு அர்த்தம். So Rama is finding fault with Sugriva and other monkeys, but Sugriva also is diffident in winning over the demon like Ravana. So it's not possible for the monkey to, rather Sugriva to, even as a leader of crores of monkeys, cannot attack Ravana. That is different. And cannot save Vibhishana also, the same way. So Vibhishana must be saved from Ravana first. And therefore, all these monkeys felt very diffident about protecting Vibhishana from the cruelty of Ravana. They know Ravana's power, and therefore they know they are not confident. But these are all advice for us, as Lord Krishna advised Arjuna by Bhagavad Gita. All of us are Arjunas. It is not meant for Arjuna alone, nor we say humorously Arjuna followed strictly Krishna's advice. He forgot the advice. He did not heed to the advice. He did not follow the advice in letter and spirit. So it is for all of us only. Mahabharata story or Ramayana story are all for us only. So we go to the next page. So 102. Sahitam pratijagraha bharya hartaramagatam kapoto vanara shreshta kim punar madvidho janaha. Now Lord Rama pricks the heart of Sugriva with for his conscience. So what did Sugriva do? He was a Bharya Harta. He took Tara, the wife of Vali, his elder brother, as his wife. But when there was an argument between Vali and Rama, Vali said it is a habit of monkeys. The habit of monkeys that one's wife can be taken by another monkey. So here, that is not the... here, Bharya Harta was Sugriva. Tara became the wife of Sugriva even before Vali's death and after Vali's death. We don't call as womanizer in the case of monkeys. It's a rule. It's a rule policy followed by the monkey clan. So Bharya Harta was even when Vali was alive, Sugriva took her away, and therefore that was it. And after death, naturally, the practice is younger brother takes the elder brother's wife. That is different. Even in human society, we have seen some instances where younger brother takes the elder brother's wife. So here, he says, Sahitam pratijagraha bharya hartaram agatam. So saha he, who is that he? Kapotaha. Saha kapotaha, that bird, that pigeon, agatam bharya hartaram, the male bird lost its female bird as a victim to the arrow of hunter. So when he has snatched away his wife, Bharya Hartaram, Bharya wife, Hartaram, the hunter who took away the life of his wife, Agatam, since he is there, and he addressed only the tree, the goddess of the tree, Devatam, Mana Devatam. So he surrendered, the hunter surrendered only to the tree goddess. And taking it as a surrender to the bird, the male bird helped. So pratijagraha meaning received, accepted. So accepted the hunter as a surrenderer. So what did he do? Hitam pratijagraha. He did good to the hunter. So saha kapotaha bharya hartaramagatam hitam pratijagraha. The hunter did not come there to help the bird. The hunter wanted to kill the bird only. In spite of it, it received its with the hospitality. So, O Vanarasreshta, hey, the best of monkeys, oh, the best of monkeys, Vanarasreshta, Kim Punar Madvido Jana. So, what should people like me do? Madvido Jana. So, in my case, personally, I must follow the bird and protect Vibhishana. Kim Punaha meaning the same meaning of Kaimutika Nyaya. The word Kaimutika Nyayam is otherwise given as Kim Punaha. Punaha but. Punaha generally means again. But here it is Punaha means but. So Kim Punaha, but what about me? Mad Vijojana. That means I must give definitely protection to Vibhishana. Saha he. The letter he is given the meaning. Akkapodam, that pigeon, nammai pole, just like us, dharmanushthanam pannakadava jatigalil ondile yadal. So there is no necessity for the bird to follow what we call dharma, that is rules of justice or rules of propriety, just like human beings. Dharma anushtanam pannakadava jatigalil ondile yadal. It is not included, the bird is not included in the species of Sharanagata Rakshanam as Dharmanushthan, the policy of following good rules. Namely, one of the rules is helping the surrenderer. Sharanya Vamshathile Yadal Perandad Andru. So the bird is not born into a race where they are protectors. Sharanya Vamshathile, Sharanya, protector. Vamshathile in the race, Pirandad Andru, it was not born in the lineage of protectors. Ennumidam prasiddhamayandro irupum. This is very famous, popular. Everybody knows. Everybody knows that the bird is not born in the race of protectors, in the family of protectors. Tam jatiyalum sahitam pratijagraha. Tam means him. Jatiyalum visheshittu tan kodumeyalum pakshi jadikkaha viruddhanai kapotham irunda vedathile. This is a repetition of what we always remember with regard to the action of the bird. We never accept the action of the bird as right, because by caste or by species, jatiyalum, visheshit particularly, tan kodumeyalum, because the hunter already killed the female bird, because he has done wrong to the bird, tan kodumeyalum, he acted cruelly to the bird. Then pakshijadikaha viruddhanai, when the hunter is against the bird's species, so kapotham irunda edathile. Suppose we place ourselves in the bird's position. Kapotham irunda edathile. I think there's a quotation, kaschit kshudra samacharaha pakshinam kala samhitaha. No, let us not dismiss, this is the meaning, let us not dismiss as a very flimsy matter, kshudra samacharaha, because the bird helped the hunter. So let us seriously consider the matter. That's the meaning. It is not a light matter to be rejected because a bird did it. Having heard the story, full story of the bird and how it saved the hunter, let us not think that bird is foolish to help, and therefore it is only a simple matter and it's not a serious matter to be followed. And again, you don't say that because it is a fate of the bird by time. So the time also is the what we call important factor that leads us in our life. That we can understand at every step. So kala samhitaha. So don't say that because of the time factor, the bird acted so. Don't think it's a very small matter. Now you find Yuddhakanda 17th canto 25th verse. Sahitam pratijagraha bharyahartaram kapoto vanarasrekta kimpunar madvidhoja. Vanaradipa தன் மனைவியை அபகரித்தவனும் தானிருந்த விடத்திற்கு வந்தவனுமான அந்த வேடனை அந்த புறா ஏற்றுக்கொண்டதன்றோ. ஒரு பட்சி இப்படி செய்திருக்க என் போன்றவர்களை பற்றி சொல்லவும் வேண்டுமோ. Now you find the Itihasa Samuchayam quotation, Kaschit Kshudra Samacharaha Pakshinam Kala Samhitaha. Alpamana Nadattai Udayavanum. So Kshudra Samacharaha is, I translated as simple matter, flimsy matter. So Alpamana Nadattai Udayavanum, Kshudra Samacharaha. He was cruel. The hunter was indecent in killing the bird. So பட்சிகளுக்கே யமன் போன்றவனுமான ஒரு பக்ஷினாம் கால சம்மிதா. Kalaha here Yama, the god of death. So he is the god of death to the birds. But still that hunter was saved by the bird. So we can go to page 33. யாதிருச்சிகமாக வந்து விழுந்ததற்கு மேலே கபோதத்தை குறித்து ஒரு உபாய பிரயோக ரகிதனாய் விபரீத அனுஷ்டானத்திலும் நிலை குலையாதவனாய் அனுதாபலேசமாதல் அனுகூலவாத பிரசங்கமாதலின்றிக்கே கிடீர் அவ்வேடன் இருப்பது. Now, what is the attitude of the hunter? He is very bad. How? So he came accidentally to the tree. Yadrishikamaha vandu. So after having fallen down by tiredness and hunger at the bottom of the tree, he appealed to the goddess of the tree as though he is a good man. So விழுந்ததுக்கு மேலே கபோதத்தை குறித்து, when the bird, when he killed the bird, he was very cruel. Killed the female bird. But instead of seeking protection from the bird, because the bird was ready to help, upaya prayoga rahitanai. So he didn't want to help the bird. So he didn't want to take pity on the bird. How does he help the bird? He should not have killed this bird. So upaya prayoga rahitanai. He was without even thinking that he must not harm the bird. Then viparita anusthanathilum nilai kulayadavanai. He did not regret what he did. He did not feel remorse, sadness by killing the bird. He did a bad thing. That is, he did a cruel act. Viparita anusthanathilum nilai kulayadavanai. He never swerved from the path of cruel action. So he was firm in doing always harm to the birds. Anutapa lesha madal. There is no regret for him. Not even an iota of regret for him. Anutapa lesha madal. Then when there is no iota of even regret, how can he talk for the sake of the bird? Argue for the bird. Anukula vada prasangamadal indrike. He cannot vouchsafe for the security of the bird. He was not ready to help the bird. So that is the position or attitude of the hunter. So he came accidentally. He fell down at the bottom of the tree. And after he killed the female bird. So he never thought that the other bird will help him. And he did not want to suffer along with the bird. And he did the cruel act. And he was firm in the cruel act. And he did not feel sad. He did not regret his action. And therefore, he could not have argued for the sake of the bird. So, sahitam pratijagraha. Tannai aliya mariyandro avedani kai kondu rakshita. So, in spite of these bad qualities of the hunter, having sacrificed itself, the bird protected him. முன்பு சத்ருவென்று பொதுவிலே அருளிச் செய்ததை அவன் விருத்தியை காட்டு விசேஷிக்கிறான். Now, the natural attitude of a hunter is to kill the bird. And therefore, munbu shatru, he was an enemy earlier. So that doesn't mean the enemy should continue to be an enemy. So the hunter could have helped the bird also, instead of shooting the bird. Now Rama reminds Sugriva that what he did was wrong. So munbu shatru endru poduvile arulit cheydadai, so having indicated that he was an enemy, the hunter was an enemy. In the case of bird, Vali was an enemy to the younger brother Sugriva. Avanvartiyai kaati, indicating his action, Visheshikrar. So he gives a particular instance, Bharya Hartaram. And This is in contrast with இப்படியே ராவணன் வந்தாலும் நமக்கு கை கொள்ள வேண்டி என்றோ இருப்பது என்று திருவுள்ளம். So already we are in the 18th canto, Rama said that whether it is Vibhishana or Ravana or Sugriva, once he surrenders, he will be protected. And therefore, even when Sita had been abducted, wife has been abducted, if Ravana comes and surrenders, then Rama was ready to excuse him. So இப்படியே ராவணன் வந்தாலும், so who is Ravana? Bharya Hartaram. He abducted Sita. Because he abducted Sita, he is not going to be rejected. So Ravana will be accepted and he will be protected. So நமக்கு கை கொள்ள வேண்டியதென்றோ இருப்பது என்று திருவுள்ளம். That is the good thought of Rama. Agatam. So there was a discussion in the previous session that the hunter came to the tree accidentally. That's all. Why should the bird take it as Saranagataha? Why should the bird, the pigeon, take the hunter as the surrenderer? Who asked the bird to become protector? He appealed only to the devata of the tree, goddess of the tree. He only surrendered to the goddess of the tree. Agatam, so even tannai kai kollugaikku seida, so in order to receive him with hospitality, upaya anushtanam, so using the what you call flesh of the bird, so kapotam irunda marattadiyile vandavalave kidir. The very reason that the bird pigeon helped the hunter is the hunter reached the bottom of the tree. அல்லது வனஸ்பதி தேவதையை குறித்த சரணம் என்று சொன்ன சப்தமும், so when he said openly, loudly his prayer to the goddess of the tree, then the bird, pigeon would have heard it, his appeal to the goddess as a surrender. So kapotam ketta valavile. So kapotam ketta. So the bird has heard the prayer of the hunter, and therefore considered that he is a surrenderer at the tree. Surrenderer at the tree. The tree gives shelter to the bird, and therefore the bird felt that as a part of the tree, as an occupant of the tree, it should help the hunter. So this is what, so anutapa lesha kadugalavenum pachchattapam, that is regret even for little amount. So anukula vada prasanga, priyamana pechukku idam, vritti sheigai. So kettadillai, kapotam kettadillai. The words of hunter could not be understood by the bird. So kapotaha munbe kapotam endru solli irukka, irugalam ittu kapotam endru. So kapotaha, the pigeon, it has got only 2 legs. Irukalam ittu kapotam endru Shibinudiya Sharanagata Rakshana Dharmam சொல்லுகிற சேன கபோத விற்த்தாந்தில் போலே கபோத வேஷம் கொண்டான் ஒரு தேவனோ ரிஷியோ என்று சங்கிக்காமைக்காக. So the word kapotam is used if the hunter thinks differently that this kapota is only a god or a sage, and he is in the form of the bird, and therefore in order that the hunter does not suspect the bird, that is rather the real identity is the god or the sage, because the hunter also knows the previous episode. So Shibi Chakravarti in the solar race as a king saved the pigeon from the vulture, Shena. Shena is vulture. Gridra is eagle, Shena is vulture. So from the vulture, he saved the pigeon. How did he do it? He parted with the flesh of his thigh in order to feed the vulture. Shibi's Sharanagata Rakshana Dharma, the justice meted out to, rather shown to the eagle is to, vulture is to save the bird. And therefore, so Kapota Vesham Kondanuru Devano Rishio Vendi Shangiyamika. So that the hunter will not have a doubt about the real form of the bird. So, idu Purva Karma Visheshatale. Now, this also we can understand. So, because of its good attitude in the previous birth, Purva Karma Visheshatale. So, it is in the form of the bird. Kapota is, the pigeon is in the form of the bird because it is, it has been a rather cursed or maybe given good thought that because of its previous birth good action. Pura karma visheshatale. By the bad action, it would have become the bird, but by good action, the good thought continues in this birth also. Therefore, so just as we saw that two Gandharvas made fun of sages. So they were called Ha Ha and Hu Hu. So these two Gandharvas became elephant and crocodile. So Gajendra and the crocodile. Nakra we say. Nakra is the name of the crocodile. Word for crocodile. So Gajendra as they were born, rather the elephant Gandharva was came in the form of elephant and another Gandharva in the form of crocodile. Tiryakka irukka. When they were animals in form, ipdi dharmanutta yogyamai perandadu. This bird also is born with a good thought. So having the mentality to follow the rules of propriety. So Vanarasreta வேறையும் ஒரு திரியக்கு சத்ருவான வேடனை ரட்சித்தபடி clearly. Now, so now Vanarasreta, when he addresses the leader of the monkeys, namely Sugriva, he says Vanarasreta. So Vanara also means Tiryak, is an animal, and therefore Rama wants Sugriva to listen to another story. வேறையும் ஒரு திரியக்கு சத்ருவான வேடனை ரட்சித்தபடி கேள்வி. So another animal protected the hunter. So வானர ஜாதிகளுக்கு முடிசூடின நீர். So you are the king of the monkeys and you are the king of crores of monkeys. You are all the monkeys are for your followers. Near Vyagra Vanara Sammadam Ketariro. So we understand that a hunter came to the tree. A hunter came to the tree. We are not talking about a bear and a man, but here we have a hunter and a monkey. Vyagra tiger, Vanara monkey, Samvadam Ketariro. Have you not heard? Because you are the son of S-O-N of sun god, S-U-N, Surya. And therefore, you should know already as a god that you would have heard about the Purana, namely, there was an argument between the tiger and the monkey. Oru puli vandu todara. So when the tiger chased a hunter, தானிருந்த மரத்தடியிலே வந்தேறின வேடனை. So having climbed the tree where there was a monkey already, அந்த வியாக்ரம் விடச் சொல்ல. So when the tiger pleaded for the monkey to push down the hunter. So even a Sharanagatan endru Vanaram rakshittathu. So the monkey protected the hunter as if he is a surrenderer. அப்போது மரத்தடியை விடாதே கிடக்கிற புலி. So the tiger did not leave the tree for a long time, and it waited for a long time. And the Vanaram தூங்கின அளவிலே, when the monkey was sleeping, வேடனை பார்த்து, the tiger addressed the hunter. உன்னை விடுகிறேன், வானரத்தை தள்ள வல்லையோ என்ன? I will not eat you. You please push down the monkey because it is sleeping. So when the tiger addressed the hunter, Papa Buddhiyana Vedan, so having cruel intention, sinful thought, the hunter pushed down the Tannai Rakshita Vanarathi Talli. So he pushed down the monkey. We have completed the reading here in this page. தள்ளின வளவிலே வானரத்தை பிடித்து. So here the tiger addresses the monkey. So just one last line of 104. Okay. So வானரத்தை பிடித்து உன்னை விடுகிறேன், தனக்கு உபகாரக்கான உன்னை தள்ளின வேடனை தள்ளி தரவல்லையோ. So since the monkey could climb back up the tree without getting into the hands of the tiger addressed the monkey. The hunter, though got help from you, pushed you down, and therefore he did harm to you. And then, will you not push down the hunter? So he said, the tiger has got a quality to like the favorite dish, namely the flesh of the human being. So it's a cannibal. So tiger is a cannibal. Manushya mamsa luptamana puli solla lubdhamana. So the tiger is after the flesh of the human being. Dharma vittana vanaram, the monkey which was full of righteous thought. Pranadya dashayahyale. The condition is precarious, final, that is the life will go. So akhridayamaha vishaindu, without deep thinking. It came out of the hands of the tiger. The tiger actually caught the monkey. The monkey said, yes, I will do it. So he accepted the advice of the tiger. Puli vittavare, when the tiger released the monkey, Marathileri, it went up the tree. Shatruvana Vedanai, having hunter as his enemy, பின்பும் போக்கற்று தான் இருந்த மரத்திலே இருந்ததே அடியாக. The monkey is also keeping the tree as shelter, and the hunter also came to the tree for shelter. So தான் இருந்த மரத்திலே இருந்ததே அடியாக. So the monkey remained in the tree without pushing down the hunter. Sharanagatan என்று ரட்சித்தது. So it protected the hunter. The monkey protected the hunter. நீர் வானரங்களுக்கு முடிசூடி இருந்தாலும் உங்களுக்கு ஜாதி தர்மம் என்று பார்த்தாகிலும் கை கொள்ள வேண்டாமோ. So having known the story of the monkey which protected the hunter from the hands of the tiger, then as a king of the monkeys, so should you not follow the attitude of another monkey? வானர சிரேஷ்ட, முதலிகள் கலங்கினால் தெளிவிக்கவிருக்கிற நீர் கலங்கலாமோ. So when the monkeys are not able to understand the concept, when they are afraid of Vibhishana, should you not clear their minds? Should you get disturbed, perturbed by the acceptance of Vibhishana? So Vanara Sreshta, when the word Sreshta meaning the best of the monkey, meaning the leader of the monkey, it shows that the leader must know better than the followers. So Vanara Sreshta, Vali Padattilirundavare, உமக்கு சரணாகத பீடை ருச்சித்ததோ. So, having been in the post of Vali as the king of monkeys, உமக்கு சரணாகத பீடை ருச்சித்ததோ. So you have the attitude of only surrendering and not giving protection. So Sharanagata Pidai Ruchittava means do you like to only to make a surrender and not to give protection to the surrenderer? So Vanara Sreta, Vanara Matra Mallire. You are not a monkey alone. No, I told you, he is the son of the sun, S-U-N. And therefore, Adityanum. So we go to the next page. Adityanuடைய புத்திரனுமாய். You are the son of the sun god. Dharma dharmங்களை அறிந்தும் இருக்கிற நீர். So you have understood what is good and what is bad. And நீர் அல்லாத வானரங்களைப் போலே, நீர் அல்லாத வானரங்களைப் போலே, all the other monkeys cannot understand this. காப்பேயம் பண்ண பெறுவதிரோ. You are only following the usual habit of monkeys. You are a special monkey because you are the son of the sun god. You must have understood earlier these stories of monkey protecting the hunter. And therefore, Kim Punar Madvidhojana. Apodam Shidapadi Kandal, Nampoli Ketka Venumo. When even the bird like pigeon did this good action, should you ask the question why I should do? Nam Sharanagata Rakshanathirikku Kodi Edutha Raghuvamsathile. So my race, my dynasty is famous for giving protection. So one example was Shibi Chakravarti. And therefore, we have kept the flag aloft. We have kept the banner in the high place in protection of the surrenderer. Raghuvamsathile, I was born in the Raghu race. 60,000 ஆண்டு வெண்கொற்ற குடை தன் நிழலொழிய வேறொரு நிழலில் தூங்காதே ஒதுங்காதே லோகரக்ஷணத்துவமாக 10 திக்கிலும் தேர் நடத்தி பிரசித்தனான தசரதன் மகனாய். My father lived for 60,000 years. He did not seek help from anybody else. He was always under the shadow of the white umbrella. And he went often to the heaven, Swarga, to help the gods to fight with the demons. So he did not become a slave to anybody else. And in order to help the entire world, Loka Lakshanarthamaha, he drove his chariot in 10 directions. East, west, north, south. Southeast, southwest, northeast, northwest, up and down, 10 directions. That's why it's called the Dasha Ratha. Dasha 10, Ratha chariot. So the chariot can be driven in 10 directions. That means he can go up and down. And so he went up frequently by the request of Indra. And he went down to Patala Loka to help the Nagas, the snakes. So he was famous by the name Dasharatha. Pattadikkilam Ter Nadati, Prasiddhanana Dasharathan Mahanai. So I am the son of that Dasharatha, great Dasharatha. So Vasishtha Vishwamitra Shishyanai. So I am the disciple of these two preceptors, especially Vasishtha and Vishwamitra. Mahayogiyaha பிரக்யாதனான ஜனகனோட சம்பந்தம் பண்ணின நாம். So my father-in-law is Janaka. Janaka is Raja Rishi. He was a king come sage. So Mahayogi. So you know Bhagavad Gita where he is referred to as Karmanaiva hi samsiddhim aschita Janakadaya. So King Janaka became redeemed only by Karma Yoga because of performing the duty perfectly. So Janakanode sambandham pannina naam Ramo Vigrahavan Dharmaha என்று உடம்பில். So I am the incarnation, personification of Dharma, the righteousness. So I am another form of Dharma. So Ramo Vigrahavan Dharmaha is a sentence from Ramayana, and this is used by Vedanta Deshika in his Dashavatara Stotram in Rama's incarnation. So Ramo Vigrahavan Dharmaha என்று உடம்பில். So not only in my mind, in udambil also. The first sentence in the next page. Shishtataya prasiddhiye eritukku. So the goodness was my character. The popularity for myself is goodness in character. Shishtataya. So when I am popular like this, when I am famous like this because of the good quality that came from my family, Dasharatha, Shibi, and etc. And how can I reject Vibhishan?
Are we supposed to have known all these stories? I mean, Shibi is in the Bhagavad Purana,
Right.
in Bhagavatam. But are we supposed to have known this other story about the two birds and the hunter and the tiger and the monkey and the hunter?
In Ramayana, he refers to only the bear and the man. Bear and a man saved from the tiger. The Sibi Chakravarti episode is understood from, of course, as you said, even from Mahabharata, you can have the episode is there. Then, with regard to the monkey saving the hunter, is also available in some Puranas. I'm not sure whether it is not available in Ramayana.
இது நம்ம சித்தாந்தத்துல எல்லாரும் கோட் பண்ற ஒரு எல்லாரும் ஓரளவுக்கு ரெகுலரா
very popular.
He wants the exact source. Find out.
ராமானுஜதயா பாத்ரம் ஞான வைராக்ய பூஷணம் ஸ்ரீமத் வெங்கடநாதார்யம் வந்தே வேதாந்த வேதியம் கவிதார்க்கிக சிம்மாய கல்யாண குணசாலினே ஸ்ரீமதே வெங்கடேசாய வேதாந்த குரவே நமः. ஆதித்விப சிரோபங்க பஞ்சானன பராக்கிரம ஸ்ரீமான் வெங்கடநாதார்ய ஸ்ரீயம் விஜயதாந்துவி சீரொன்று தோப்போரு வெங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்று சொன்ன பழமொழி ஓரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேர கோமளவும் வாழ்வு.
ராமானுஜதயா பாத்ரம் ஞான வைராக்ய பூஷணம் ஸ்ரீமத்வேங்கடநாதார்யம் வந்தே வேதாந்த தேசிகம் கவிதார்க்கிக சிம்ஹாய கல்யாண குணசாலினே ஸ்ரீமதே வெங்கடேஷாய வேதாந்த குரவே நமः. சீரொன்று தூப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்றச் சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஓரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேரப் போமளவும் வாழ்வு.
ஓம் நமோ நாராயணாய.